What a nice example of a early 1930s china closet. Very nice. $89. Now, of course, you know me, I always call everything a china closet. We've talked about that before. Some of you will say hutch or china cabinet. I guess it's hard for me to get you to see it. I'll back up. Very nice. Typical circa 1930. It's in good condition, too. I don't need it. If I did live in a larger house with a full-size dining room, I would have gone for a full-size, 1920s, the whole thing. Chairs, table, buffet. But I like the china closet I've got, the one in oak. Look at the veneers. And most of the time, or a lot of times, this fretwork is really destroyed, but that's really good. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my goodness, this is an Art Deco desk secretary. $49. No, wait a minute. Let me get this out of the way. $49. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait a minute. Now, you know I've already got one in the living room that's extremely 1920s. Oh, hold on, I lost my cart. Let me go find my cart. Oh no. This is about as deco as it gets. Look at this. So 1930s. Butterscotch Bakelite handles. Book-matched veneer. And all the handles are here. Okay, we're not missing anything. Let me back up. Well, that was a very nice desk. And I didn't buy it. I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. Chances are, it's probably going to be gone, but I'm taking my chances. Here are two 1930s puffy lamps there. Glass, reverse painted or frosted in pink. I liked those a lot. I really don't have any I know I don't have matching shades for those. And with all the lamp projects that I've already got, I just decided to leave those on the shelf and continue looking through the various lamps that were on sale at this particular Goodwill in New Jersey. And I do spy this wonderful lamp, circa 1930, again, late 20s into the early 30s, black glass with a Japanese motif, or Oriental motif, I guess Asian motif, in silver overlay. With the flowers and the bird, a little bit of wear on it. It would have been brighter than that. All the, whatever the patina was has worn off of the metal base. And the hardware had been changed, socket-wise, but a nice example, pretty lamp. That would have been stunning on a sofa table with a great big old silk shade with the fringe hanging down. Look at this thing. Very 30s again. It had a big old chip in it. Otherwise, I would have bought that just because I liked the design. And what does it say on the back? I'm trying to see myself here while I'm doing this voiceover, and I couldn't see it. Maybe you could see it. A piece of king's crown right there. And what do I spy? Oh, well, I spy a elegant etched depression glass bowl, and I'm going to try to dig it out.
Very good, thank you.
I'll tell you, it's amazing. Anything in this store is chip free because things are just tossed right on top of one another. I believe in my attempt to pull it out of there, it looked as though everything was going to cave in, so I just didn't bother. You can see the price, and you can see the etch. I wasn't sure which etch that was. I don't have that one memorized. So keep going up and down the aisles. And That little egg carton thing was cute. Oh, see the lusterware? This was pretty. Nicely painted. I like the design on those, but I wasn't going to buy just two teacups and one saucer for $4. Nah. Oh, some dinnerware from the 30s or 40s. They're pretty pattern. Let's see. Oh, American Limoges. Okay. And I know some folks were confused by that before, but there was a company in the United States called American Limoges, but it has nothing to do with the Limoges that was made in Limoges, France. It was American dinnerware rather than fine china. What's that? Just some more dinnerware. Aha! Yeah, okay. That's the Georgian pattern. And I think there are 8 of those in there. We'll take a closer look at those in the car. I think those go into the shopping cart next to... What's that green tidbit tray? You didn't show that to us yet. Okay, I will. You'll see it in a minute. Some Pyrex lids all taped together. They have resale value. I didn't feel like messing with those today. Ice cube trays. Oh golly, that little candy dish right there. Isn't that an anchor hocking piece? That's another dish I see in every thrift store. That little ruffled candy dish in clear glass. And that pink is not depression. Back there. What am I stalling for? Keep it moving. Okay. Now when you turn here, this is where I will occasionally find an old percolator or a waffle iron, or if I'm lucky, some old Art Deco toaster. But we didn't have any antique kitchen appliances today. Oh my goodness, let me get down here. Is this green or is it just... It is. You know what? I was afraid that it was clear glass and that it was showing up green because of this plastic bowl underneath it. But that's only $4. I love this green and black, and you know what? This is going to match the green and black I've already got at my house. The console bowl and the candlesticks. Same kind of paint underneath. This is fantastic, so I can tell you right now, this is not going to be for sale. Wait till you see when I get it home and put it with my console set. Now I've got the center-handled tray. All right, let me get back in focus again. Music is playing in here as usual. So, let's see what these... Okay, nothing there. Ouch. Oh, for Pete's sake. Try that with your pantyhose. Oh, queen size. That's what that... Oh, okay. Never mind. Vinny and I had a conversation about that several months ago. Speaking of Vinny, don't forget, tune in this Thursday night. Vinny and I will be selling together, I think 8 o'clock on my channel. We'll actually be in the same room together instead of Skype. So that should be good. Same location is where we'll be. Now let me see, what is this thing? That's kind of neat. Yeah, it's all right. So, well, everyone, I just ran into someone named Jeanette who saw me fiddling with a piece of glass, and she said, "Here, would you like to borrow my black light?" And I said, "No, I already know it doesn't glow." But she's standing right here, and I'm not going to film her. But she can say hello if she wants to.
I will.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, because I came and talked to her, we both found this piece of lusterware, but we kind of agreed at $6.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just telling Jeanette I'm not gonna buy it so that she'll walk away and then I'll come back and get it. That sounds like something I would do. Anyway, Jeanette, it was nice to meet you. You're not in the camera shot, but I just wanted to say hello and jump in the chat one time. And since you have an online platform as well, I might be able to give you a shout out and send anybody. Macari?
Yes.
Okay, so we might be able to send some people over to Macari to shop with Jeanette, one of my favorite glass makers. All right. See you tonight at the live sale. Why don't we now take a look at a few of the items that I purchased at two of the thrift shops this morning. Delighted to get this center-handled tidbit tray from the 1930s. As you know, I've got the matching console bowl and candlesticks at home. We're going to look at this later at the house. That won't be for sale. This is not the same tall compote that you saw me filming. This is another one that I bought, but I didn't capture this one on film. The other one in the store had a few flea bites. I have seen that one before. It's somewhat common, and this one is in excellent condition and a little less common, and I thought prettier. So I didn't want to buy both of them, so I just bought the one. It's early American pattern glass, pressed glass, nice and tall. You could do a lot with that. I love old picture frames. This one dates to the 1930s, and it was only $1.99. This pattern was made by more than one company, the Georgian pattern, and these are little red tumblers. I'll open the package and let you see. I think 8 of them are in this package. I know Fenton made them, and there must have been at least 2 or 3 other glass companies in the 1920s and 30s that made the Georgian pattern. Oh boy, these need to be cleaned. Wonderful. So great. These are quality because they have polished bottoms. I don't know whether you can see, they really need to be cleaned. So these are just tiny little guys here, and these could be Fenton, or they could be one of the other really good glass companies from the Depression era, the 20s and the 30s. So I'm trying not to make too much crinkly bag noise. Now I hope this meets with your approval, but I plan to remove the paint from this. It's not original. Someone decided to improve this wonderful candy dish, which is in a 1930s style. And as you can see, it's okay, but I wouldn't necessarily say too terribly well done. So this is not what you would see on paintwork from the Depression era. And the colors and the style of the painting on the top are not what you would see in the Depression era. So I'm removing this paint since it's not original to the piece, and we'll just take it back to a nice clear sort of Art Deco style candy dish. I like that a lot. I also have a thing for picking up orphaned stems like this. Now it's elegant Depression glass, and the encrusted design around the top is sometimes, is that the Rambling Rose? I believe it might be. And more than one company had gilding around the top like that, and I have to look up, I don't remember that pattern. So it's a beautiful etched stem. You can see, it's kind of difficult out here to see the pattern. That one I don't have memorized. This pattern is very easy to memorize, and I just don't see this very often. It's dusty, but I had to buy this beautiful Cambridge bowl. The pattern is called Candlelight, and so it's really easy to identify this Cambridge etch because we can see there's a wonderful candle with radiant light around it. Do you see? And the candle is in the 4 sections of the center bowl. And there you can see it. This is one of those patterns, false story, I had patterns like this as well, that came on the scene in the mid-30s and continued to be produced for 20 years. So this is a pattern I think that goes into the mid-50s or early 50s anyway. So it's out there. It's just a really pretty pattern, and I'm not sure what I'll necessarily do with this bowl. I'll probably sell it. I think I've only got maybe one other piece at home with the candlelight etch on it. And then finally, I suppose if I was really bougie, I would keep this in my car. And anytime I stopped for luncheon, I would sip champagne. No, not one, but two. Champagne flutes, right? I know you guys don't like it when I bang glass. I don't know why I do that. And Pink Pink You Stink. Ooh, these are pretty. So I'm going to be able to sell these. Someone would like to purchase just the two. That would be a unique. Oh my gosh. This lady, can you see her? Look over here. I don't know if she'll turn up in the picture or not. She looks like Granny from Tweety Bird. You remember Granny? I mean, she's not wearing that dress, but the shape of her head and her hair and everything. I don't think she turned up in the picture. So these are fantastic. Now I think I'm going to go back to yesterday and show you a couple of things, just a few things that I bought at a local flea market. So let's go and look at that. Now I know what you're thinking. That's in horrible condition. You know what? It's not. It's been packed away in somebody's barn for a long time. But look at the bones. Now all this wood can be refinished. The peeling veneer down here can be repaired. Yeah. The key is the blue mirrored glass on the top is excellent. That you can't really restore very well. In fact, I've never seen anybody restore the blue mirrored glass and have it look presentable, because once it's lost its silver, it's very difficult to patch that up. Well, that's Art Deco, okay. An end table, little sofa table, side table. Yeah. That's a project for later this summer, no doubt. But boy, that's gonna look sharp. And it's not missing anything. I'll take it all apart, clean it. It's just what's called a cheap gum wood. It might have some veneer, but no, I don't think it does. It's just stained brown, but it's just cheap wood, nothing fancy like that. That won't be difficult. Okay. $5. $5 at the flea market. Let me show you what else I just bought. Hold on. All right. It's getting a little windy, so I hope it does not destroy the audio. I need another old radio, like I need a hole in the head. But these things just fall into my lap. Now take a look at this beauty. Now this is going to be a late 1920s model, and this is, let's get down here to where you can see, this is a Colster. Now if memory serves, that company did not survive the Depression. It's a Newark, New Jersey company. Look at this escutcheon here in brass. And this is either a faux grain on metal or it's veneer. I think it might be faux grain on metal. Yeah, it is. See, look down here at the ball pair feet, bear paw feet. These are metal. If they were wood, the radio would be crushed. This radio weighs about 50 pounds. If I scratch at the patina here, we see it's an applied finish. This is metal. And I think this is metal with this wood grain. That's going to be, I've never restored anything like that before. That might be a little bit of a challenge. The top, however, is wood. Okay, and needs to be refinished. And here's the line cord, which has never been replaced. Somebody added, that's either the antenna or the ground that's been added to that. So we've got, that's the on-off. This is probably for short distance, long distance on your antenna. That would be your volume. Well, the tuner is seized. We got to see what's going on there, and that might be a tone. That's probably a tone control. All right, let's pop the lid. I did pop it very quickly before I paid the man $15. Okay. Ooh. Well, that's original. This is the ground. That's the old ground wire, which would be attached to probably a cold water pipe in the house. There's the antenna. All right, it looks like we've got a detector, amplification stages. Oh gosh, look at this old grid leak. Can you see? Is it? Look at that. We'll have to double check. I see. We'll pull that tag out. I smell mouse poop, and I see little seeds. So somebody's been living in here and pooping and peeing in here. Yep. I'm used to that. Okay, we've got all old globe tubes here, balloon tubes as they call them. That's some licensing and patent information. This looks like, okay, this is not, well, let me look at the licensing. This will tell us, okay, Colster, yeah. Power supply, serial numbers. I don't see anything that says, yeah, Newark, New Jersey. It does not look at all as if this is a TRF. This is a tuned. Looks like tuned radio frequency. This is not super het. So they did not pay RCA for the patent. RCA had the patent on the one tuning on the super heterodyne. This is, you've got 4 tuning condensers in here. This is the old, I think this is a TRF set, tuned radio frequency. And this, let's see up here. Okay. See, the lid is wood, but these sides are metal, and they've got a faux wood grain. It's either metal or some type of composite. This is late 20s. Let's see if I can fish this out of here. I don't know if I can get to that. Come on now. Aha, we might have. Ooh. Okay. Wait a minute, let me get October 17th, 19. Well, that looks like 1926, but it can't be 1926. They didn't make. Let me focus in on that, or try to anyway. Sorry about that. That has to be 1928 and not 1926, no matter what it looks like, because in 1926, this would have been a battery set. You would not have had AC. You would have not have been able to plug this into a household current. It would have been a battery set. It's got to be 1928. What model is this? The K20. Yeah. Mount Pleasant Avenue of Newark, New Jersey. Isn't that something? October of 1928. So you know what? This radio could have broadcast the presidential election of November of 1928. And that, of course, is when Herbert Hoover was elected. Because Calvin Coolidge chose not to run for a second term. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, Hoover was elected 1 month after this radio was built. Isn't that something? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is all bleached out. This should be a beautiful two-tone mahogany. This should be dark mahogany, and this should be the red color. And then I'm gonna have to figure out, I need to do a little more research on this. But this appears to me to be pressed metal that's been given this faux grain finish to it. So, hey, 15 bucks. And it needs a full restoration. So we'll put that on the workbench, and it would have, you see no speaker. This would have had a horn, or probably, no, by this time it would have been a cone speaker. So a cone speaker would have sat on a separate speaker. I'll try to find one and put a picture in. But this is what the top would have looked like. You can see how beautiful. See this, the two-tone on the mahogany? So we can get the top back like this, that's no problem. We'll bring it back and it's gonna be beautiful. But these sides, which are not wood, I'm gonna have to experiment with that. Okay, that's it. Wow. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. I think this video will drop on late in the afternoon on Monday, which means if you're looking at this on Monday, please join me tonight at 8 o'clock on my channel for a live sale. I'm going to sell for about an hour. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll shut the old curiosity shop down and we'll head over to Texas, where I'll join David from Vintage Uprising Texas on his channel, and the two chaps will continue to sell about 20 items. That's tonight. This is the second Monday in May. Yes, my goodness, we're going to be singing Jingle Bells in 6 months. Okay, everyone, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Don't forget to wait for the cat. And so long for now.